could be driving.
The time to save on new Accords is right now during Happy Honda Days at Team Honda. Get our lowest prices and biggest savings on our largest selection of Accords this year. Hurry in before these savings are gone during Happy Honda Days at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda on Segan Lane.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Eve before the Eve. You got your, I was going to say Sherpa, sweater. That's the right word. Sherpa.
Sherpa.
That's when it's really,
Come here,
really
sir.
cold. Yeah.
Give me the
Going up Everest here?
I might. Well, actually, you know what? The wind behind Liz, I mean, all blowing towards Steve. It feels like we're on a mountaintop right now. But this is exactly what you said was coming our way. We could know what's coming. We could get ready for it. But then you walk out into it and you're like, this sucks, man.
Yeah, I had to walk out the car, get a couple of things a few minutes ago.
How'd that go?
I don't want to be out
I
there.
don't want to be out here.
Good to be back in here.
Yeah.
So this is just the beginning. It's going to be several days cold weather. Going to take us through Christmas, obviously. So if you do have to get out today and do some of that shopping, bundle up on your way out. It's not going to warm up. Even with that sunshine you see behind me right now, it's our Sky 9 camera, but Matt was kind of referencing right now, and Liz, you see the flags. It's ripping out there on the riverfront right now. Otherwise, though, as I said, we have clear skies. Now, let's give you a look at what's happening. Well, there goes the Wi-Fi again. So bear with me just a minute. The bottom line is we started out in the upper teens to low 20s around the area.
It was, look, and this is, we were talking about it earlier, the single digits into the, when we talk about wind chill, and speaking of wind, we're watching this barge try to push its way up the river right now, Steve, and pushing against that wind. I mean, the power it takes just to get up there. But you stand out in that wind for any length of time, like you said, you just took a walk out to the car and couldn't handle it. It's another level that a lot of us just are not used to, my man. It's just...
Especially because of that. We aren't used to it. This is not normal for our part of the world.
And you know what? It's as rough as it is for us. It's so much worse in other parts of the country right now.
You're right.
And this is impacting probably a good 3/4 of the country. Hopefully I'll be able to show you here in a minute just how far reaching some of this cold air is. But as I said, get used to it. It's going to be here with us through the Christmas weekend. So whatever you can do to stay warm, if you need to get out and do that shopping, try to get it done, I guess, as quickly as you can. All right, I think I'm back online now.
All right.
So let's see if we can give you a look at what's happening outside. So look at these numbers: 22 degrees at Baton Rouge, wind chill of 10, winds out of the dusting airport right now. Macomb still sitting at 17. It's hardly budged here through the morning. New Roads 20. So most of our local spots are in the low to mid 20s temperature-wise right now. And then as you look at the wind chill values, as we warned you, many spots in the single digits. Macomb right now with a wind chill of 1 above 0. It's what it feels like. Lafayette feels like 7. Even New Iberia, as far south as New Iberia, feels like 6 at this hour. Here's a look at the low temperatures we had this morning, and these will be kind of finalized at noon. But right now it looks like the low in Baton Rouge was 20. We did get teens, mid to upper teens north of the capital city. New Roads 18, Macomb 16, and then it was more like low to mid 20s as you went south of Baton Rouge. So awfully cold. Nowhere close to the records, because do you remember this? 1989, the big Arctic outbreak around Christmas. The record for today in Baton Rouge, get this, 8. So we hit 20, we think, this morning. The record is 8. We're still a ways off of what we went through in 1989, but still awfully cold. I've got upper 20s at noon today, a high of only 31, so it's an important point. Right now it looks like many, if not most of us, may not get above freezing today, which means if your pipes aren't well protected, that really increases the risk that we could see some frozen pipes tonight into tomorrow morning because of the duration of this freeze. Hard freeze warning remains in effect right on through Sunday morning, Christmas morning, officially through 9 a.m. And actually, I think we could very well squeeze out yet another hard freeze Sunday night into Monday. Wind advisory, or wind chill advisory is also in effect through 10 o'clock tomorrow morning locally. Again, those wind chill advisories are issued in our part of the world when the wind chill gets below 13. And as we showed you, well below that in spots. So here's what I was talking about a few minutes ago about how far reaching this cold air is. Hardly a part of the country untouched. Even look at Brownsville, way down there by the border with Mexico. 28 in Brownsville this morning. Now, take me to Miami. I'm going to Miami, right? But look at this, Memphis. 4 above zero. As far south as Memphis. Memphis was down around 0 this morning. Had wind chills. Let's see what the wind chill is. Still feels like 13 below in Memphis right now. And you see some of the ridiculous wind chills across the plains, the upper Midwest, the northern Rockies this morning. 30, 40 or more below 0 is what it feels like in those locations. So again, as bad as it is here, could be even worse. All right, let me see if I dropped out here again. All right, looks like we lost Liz Key. I don't know if you have the 10-day handy maybe, but ultimately we'll run through that real quick. So as I said today, I don't think we make it above freezing, go a high of 31. I've got 20 for the low in Baton Rouge again, Saturday and Sunday. So we're talking about very similar starts. The one difference tomorrow and Sunday shouldn't be as much wind. So the wind chill a little less of a factor. Christmas Eve tomorrow afternoon, at least above freezing for a little while, 37 for a high. I think that happens in Baton Rouge near or shortly after lunchtime, so we might squeeze out, I'd say roughly 4 to 5 hours above freezing tomorrow afternoon. Baton Rouge is going to be less than that north of the capital city. Christmas morning starts out the hard freeze, high 43, 44 degrees. I think straight hard freeze next week, but after that, up to next Thursday, less than a week from now, we're in the 70s potentially right on into the New Year's weekend, but also could be dealing with some rain around New Year's. We'll keep an eye on that.
Man, see, that's what we're used to, the 70s in the wintertime in Louisiana and South Louisiana especially. So when you talk about the roller coaster ride, I feel like we're at the valley.
Yeah,
of that.
we're definitely in the valley right now. Let's hope this is the biggest valley we see of the winter.
That's just crazy.
I know.
The difference in lows in a week, the difference in we're going to 3 times warmer.
That's
But
insane.
next weekend at this, that's just, wow. Cap, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, again, this gets just dangerous,
Yeah.
It's just all over the place. Can be like this. So just pay attention while you're out there.
Yes.
And actually, speaking of pay attention, while you're out there, we're not sure if this person could be out there, but there's a missing child alert actually issued recently.
Baton Rouge Police Department letting us know that they want the public to keep their eye out for this girl. So have a close look. We're going to show you your picture here and you can share this. So this 15-year-old's Gloria Barcelona. She was reported missing about 2 days ago. That's December 21st in the Sherwood Meadows area. So
again, we just showed you the temperatures here. And so not sure where she might be, under what kind of condition or whatever, but it is, it's no time to be out there with anything less than, gigantic jackets ready to go, ready for this kind of weather. So the number they're requesting you to dial, it's a simple one. It's 911. If you know anything about this, and this story's waiting for you online as well, so you can really get a good look and share on your social networks. This is where you come in. This is where social media shines. We'd love to be able, by the end of the day here, report some very good news that she's been found and is back with family, but that largely depends on what you guys are able to do.
Let's get her back home before Christmas.
Oh gosh,
that's the goal.
Absolutely.
That's the goal.
Okay, speaking of Christmas and everybody moving around, we talked a little bit about it. We've been talking about this. We all know how the travel, all that, and now you've got some power outages to deal with. Think of all the wind that's whipping around the country right now, blowing trees around, limbs coming down, bye-bye power lines. That's a lot.
This is kind of the evidence of that cold front, this powerful storm of that Arctic blast moving through. Look at the impact it's having along the south and eastern border of the United States. Power outages, major ones reported in Texas, Georgia, South Carolina this morning, and that's just anticipated to continue, especially the areas that are going to get those blizzardous conditions. What does that do to above ground power lines? It weighs it down, right? We've seen that last year or in the last couple of years when we had that bad snow. So when we talk about in other parts of the country, nobody's alone. A lot of people suffering together.
And actually we saw from this morning, from about 4:30, 5:30, that kind of time frame, we saw a lot of these states up in the Northeast begin to pop off as far as color changing here, meaning power outages going off because of exactly what Liz is saying. That is moving towards them. little bit of issues going on out here still in the west as well. But it's just all of Canada is invading right now, and it's just we ain't ready for what Canada's throwing at us.
No, we
ain't
certainly
ready for
are
what
not.
Canada's throwing at
And
us.
again, I know we talk all the time. People wanted cold weather, and people are saying it's here. We didn't ask.
That's
for
not
all
what
this.
this. Yeah, exactly.
No, we really didn't.
So but here's the thing: to keep you caught up on everything power outage issues. I mean, you know if you've lost power. You don't need us to tell you that.
Right.
But all the power outages, all the flight issues, the cancellations, the delays, it's all waiting for you in one story right now. And this right here, Liz, kind of tells it all. The misery map.
Look out of Seattle and O'Hare in
It's all
Chicago. Yeah. Lots of delays and cancellations, especially some of those cross-country flights.
Oh, forget
so
it.
all those people trying to get home for the holidays
Forget
may
it.
have to spend this weekend at the airport, Matt.
Well, look at the radar. You can obviously, with that map, you can see the radar. Look where the issues are right now. The
Yep.
Northeast up by the Great Lakes. They're just getting hammered, and then out by the west, of course. And yeah, when you see Dallas, when you see DFW kind of going under like that, and it looks like it's, I don't know, about a third of the flights with some issues. They got that front moving in as well. And DFW, you know very well. Everybody who flies down here knows well. That's a major hub. So a lot of impact. Know before you go, which is literally the title of that story on our webpage. Find it, know it, get in the know. Stay warm, man. Just stay warm.
If you can stay home and you don't have to go to the airport, just do that.
Yeah, no
you know,
kidding.
it makes more sense.
I'll see you guys. I'll see you in February.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll do Christmas
Make
in
up for
February.
it later.
Yeah.
That's it.
But a lot of folks are doing Christmas now.
Yes.
And we love talking about this. We've talked about all the toy drives going on right now, and actually there's another big one about to happen.
I tell you what, NBA YoungBoy yesterday donating bikes and toys and things and food. Yes, with the Baton Rouge City Council, Terica Williams. She's dressed up as Mrs. Claus. It's very cute to see. But there's going to be another giveaway, a Christmas drive from 1 to 3 p.m. But this one is located at the Breck Administration Building today.
So 6201 Florida Boulevard. It's a
Yeah.
pretty easy spot to find. But better than, as you mentioned, better than 1,000 toys and all the bikes and coats and sneakers or tennis shoes. How old is that, maybe? Do you say sneakers? Do you say athletic?
But
Athletic
tennis
shoes,
shoes, I
tennis
say
shoes?
interchangeably.
Yeah. I guess I don't really say
Sneakers?
sneakers.
I
that
also
much.
say gym shoes.
Gym shoes.
Yeah.
That's what they're giving away. The sneakers, the gym shoes, the tennis shoes, the athletic shoes.
Yeah.
So it's they don't have like the penny loafers.
I don't
Probably
think
not.
so.
That's what I don't even know.
That's a safe bet.
I don't even know.
I think that's a safe bet.
So there you go. All that stuff's happening
Yes.
again, 1 to 3. If you want to get out there, it should be a fun time. The giveaway from that crew.
One of your last opportunities
Yeah,
to
you're
make
right.
sure something is wrapped in under the tree.
Yep.
Oh,
Speaking of giveaways,
Oh.
the good people over at St. Vincent de Paul are
Yeah.
about to do what they do, and they do this kind of thing every day.
Yeah.
But come the holidays, they really ramp it up. They're about to feed a lot of folks.
let's talk about serving the masses on Christmas Day. St. Vincent de Paul is doing their annual Christmas meal. Even during COVID, they didn't stop. They didn't let people sit in the dining room, but this year, all of that has changed.
back.
They're letting people back into the dining room. So this Sunday, on Christmas Day, from 11 to
11:30 to 1?
11:30 to 1, they're letting people in the dining room for a hot Christmas meal.
Yeah, 11:30 to 1.
How beautiful is
It
that?
is great. So this is their spot, their kitchen, 220 St.
Yeah.
Vincent de Paul Place. You may know it very well. It's such an easy spot to get to as well. And every time I've gone in there from either doing a story or dropping off food or whatever, it's a great place to donate. It just smells good, man. Because they've just got everything going and everything cooking, and you mix in a little bit of love in there, and it makes a heck of a difference. But when you talk about serving the community, few do it better than St. Vincent de Paul. They're going to be back at it. You were telling me the volunteers, speaking of volunteering,
Yeah.
they're already hard at work.
Today and tomorrow, they're going to be getting those meals ready. But if you'd like to volunteer to distribute those meals
Sure.
on Sunday,
Yeah.
they sure could use your help. You contact them, call them to get signed up. Or if you don't have time to volunteer, if you can drop off anything like drinks or rolls or
Yeah.
anything that could help them
Helps.
out on the day of the meal, that could help too.
Great! What an incredible organization.
Yeah.
I mean, every time you mention St. Vincent de Paul, you know what follows is nothing but heart and help, and it's
love
they
that.
continue to do it. They continue to do it.
Beautiful
So,
way to put it.
So
Heart
all
and
that. Welcome to the Plus, everybody.
Yeah.
From Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, all the different places. How many? Do you know people that have like all of those? Amazon and the Roku and the Apple?
I
Like,
do.
is
I
it
feel like
all
a lot of
them?
people double up on the Amazon and the Apple
And maybe the
because
Apple?
they're such different
The
streaming
different-
services.
I got you. Well, there you go.
Yeah, it's
Find us all
different
the places.
programming.
Find us all the places, all
Yeah.
the different spots. You can either watch it live or video on demand, whatever you'd like to. And if you're going to be hunkered down indoors because of all the great weather out,
Well,
there you go.
Yeah,
all the
right.
spots. You can just find it all right
it's gonna
there.
be cold.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
Okay, so as I look here,
yes.
Steve, at this nasty
Disappointed.
wind-driven river down. What did you say the wind's at right now?
It's sustained like between 10 and 15 at the airport at least, but we've been gusting 20s to around 30.
It's whitecap in the river.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
so there's, obviously already a very strong current in the Mississippi.
Yes.
Sometimes not so, but with those north, see that water
It's ridiculous.
rushing down.
So
You can see
maybe
it from our shaky tower camera.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's Johnny said it's not because it's the thing's shivering. It's so cold up there.
Well, yeah, it's in warm weather withdrawal up there.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So probably not the spot where you want to go any kind of swimming ever. Actually, even on a good day, it's the
Well.
river. Don't go swimming. But you mentioned you want to go to Miami.
Yes.
All right, let's go
Okay,
to Miami.
well, let's take you there.
Let's take you there. Scuba diving Santa
Oh.
Claus. Spotted Thursday at the Florida Keys, so even further south than Miami. It's probably 110 down there right now. The National
Right.
Marine Sanctuary, enjoying some relaxation with some elfish helping before the upcoming holidays. So he had a little undersea scooter, right? St. Nick delivering a bit of cheer to the marine inhabitants down there. I mean, that's just effortless. Santa can do everything. So the whole idea, the purpose is to offer underwater holiday photo opportunities and help promote awareness of an annual fundraiser. It's for a local children's charity down there. It's called Kids in Special Situations. It helps kids in special situations. So for like 30 years, they've been doing this. The Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary, protecting the continental United States' only living coral barrier reef and the waters surrounding the Florida Keys, the island chain. That looks majestic. This is
It
like the video you
does.
just watch forever.
It's mesmerizing just to watch him float around.
I want a beach vacation right now.
I want to be. Have you been to the Florida Keys?
I haven't actually.
And we got pretty close when we went to Miami
Yeah.
for the Super Bowl.
It's a lot of work.
Oh yeah, y'all both went on that trip.
And there were some folks who took a drive down to the Florida Keys. and
Yeah.
I got real jealous. I didn't get to go. But
Maybe
I've
next time.
I've never been to the Keys.
Some have worked a little harder than others on
Well,
that trip.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
Is that the trip that y'all went on, the work trip, where you interviewed people on the beach about how to pronounce Louisiana names
Speak.
and things?
It's
We
one of
gotta
the
find
it's
that.
one of
We're
the
gonna go back in the
all-time
archives and
best
find that.
packages, stories
Yeah.
ever to come out of these
I
hallowed
don't know about
halls.
that.
I
No,
think
it's
we
so.
had
hilarious.
fun
Very
with it then.
entertaining.
It is so good.
Very
It is
entertaining.
so much fun.
Oh.
It's so much. So yeah, but let's go scuba diving. Have you been scuba diving?
I've never been, but I would love to go.
I'd love to do that.
You know where else I'd love to go?
Take us.
I'd love to go to Europe, maybe to see this someday. So this is pretty cool. So nativity scenes can range in the type of display, but what you're looking at is a nativity story retold in a Slovenian cave, and they put it to a light and music show.
It's a cave?
Yeah, it's actually a cave in Slovenia's southwest. It's underground. Visitors can come through, and it's actually 16 nativity scenes strung along 3-mile stretch of that
3
cave
miles?
underground.
Oh
Look
my
at
God.
that.
Think about
Wow,
that.
how
3
gorgeous.
miles underneath the ground to tell all this. And you can imagine this takes a long time to set up. So actors and musicians, they've been working on this for a while now. And yesterday, actually, in Slovenia is when they performed this, the recreation, obviously the birth of Jesus Christ. So around 100 local actors putting on the show. It was illuminated by more than 2,100 colored lights. And the organizers say that they've been trying to get this on the UNESCO World Heritage List. This is the 32nd time,
system,
that the show had been performed in there. So
Oh my
this is an
gosh.
annual thing that they do. Can you just imagine
Put that on the
what
list.
it
That's
takes to bring
gorgeous.
that kind of equipment all down
32
there.
years, I've never, I mean, look, I know it's nowhere close to us, but still, I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen
I
video of this
know.
before.
I was shocked
You're
too.
right. Because I mean, it's one thing to do. I mean, nativity scene or a bunch of them.
Right.
It's strung out along a couple blocks in the city that you know or whatever. It's 3 miles in a cave.
I know. I mean, I'm not
That's
trying to
gorgeous.
knock like the kids' church Christmas play where your kids playing
Right.
Mary
I
and
am.
Joseph. Yeah. And I say that as somebody who played one of the Little Lamb as in Sunday school many, many years ago.
Were you
But
a
this
little
is a little bit of an upgrade of a show than the
Just a
corner
little
church.
bit, yeah.
Just a
Just a little bit.
bit.
Just
That
a
is
little bit.
impressive. That is-
All right, so,
Wow.
not to be awkward here, but
Okay.
to go
What?
from celebrating the birth of Christ to petty theft, here as we head into the Christmas weekend.
Okay.
Sure.
So you ever go to a holiday party, and you know what you love about parties
Yeah.
is all the food you can just pick at.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
absolutely.
right?
It's the best part.
But
And
you
the
have something like,
appetizers.
man, I'd like to have a little more of that.
Yeah.
But I don't want anybody like looking at me.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, so we've got something that might help you out now, kind of.
In the thievery?
Yeah, get a little bit out.
What's this?
All right, so it's a scarf, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's a little more than that. This from Hefty. This is the snack scarf.
Oh, stop.
All right, so this is actually to help you kind of smuggle out those little goodies
Wait, is that
that
like a-
you see at the holiday party that you want to take home.
Yeah.
You can fill it up there with those little kind of pockets showing
Oh
up.
my Lord! Look at
So
that.
the company says keys used in those hidden storage bag pockets keep the appetizers fresh, right? Because you might be, it might still be hanging out people if they're a few hours.
I mean, yeah.
They have that. Comes in quart and gallon.
Oh, give me the gallon! Give me the gallon, Steve.
And it's limited edition. Retails for less than $3 each.
Really?
Wow.
That's it?
That's a pretty good price.
That's it. Stocking stuffers, scarf.
I feel like now I just
Snack
need
stuff.
one of those. This would be a great hidden camera thing. You go to holiday parties, you have the hidden camera set, but instead of trying to be sneaky, you just go up and you're up there and you're just and watching people react to it.
That's right. That's right. Like, what is Steve doing?
Just stuffing his scarf.
Leave him alone.
Just leave him alone. Yeah, he's
Steve
doing his
hit the
business.
eggnog, and now he wants the appetizers.
I wonder, can you pour the eggnog in the
Yeah.
bag?
In a gallon-sized bag, yeah.
There you go. I think we just figured it out.
You got one side for milk, the other side for cookies.
Oh,
done and
good.
done.
Oh my Lord!
Until both sides
I'm
start
all
weighing
about
you
it
down.
now.
This
Well-
is actually going to be a thing. It's limited edition.
Apparently.
Yeah, I got to get
I was
online.
going to say we
Yeah.
got to jump online
Under
right
$3.
now.
That's pretty affordable. I mean,
Okay.
come on.
Oh, you know what? I can't get online. Guest Wi-Fi.
Again, Santa's working on Wi-Fi apparently for Christmas for Channel 9ers.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Please,
We'll
Santa.
see.
We would love it.
Well, Santa, I know he's used to bundling up, but he may, when he sleds down here, he tends to shed the jacket and enjoy the warm weather. You have to keep it on.
Yeah, he's going to get down and say, what's going on?
What is
Yeah.
happening down here?
I
Yeah.
thought I was getting away from this at home.
Right.
Nope, not so much.
Not
yeah.
so much.
So probably not above freezing today. And keep all those pipes protected. Maybe drip the faucet again tonight, the next couple nights. Hard freezes tomorrow and Sunday mornings. It's going to be a very cold wake up Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And even Monday morning, one more hard freeze. And then how about some 70s back at you late next week?
Let's do it.
There you go.
Make the most of every moment together in a 3-row Mazda CX-9. Find yours during the season of inspiration.
Make no payments for 90 days on a new CX-9 during the season of inspiration at Team